Hello and welcome to a new episode of Video Games to the Max, and we promise this will be the last one that we're doing on a Thursday, Friday-ish
Oh,
time. Shouldn't have any issues after this week, hopefully. But anyway, we are here doing one thing, probably, most likely, which is the big Sony State of Play that was 60 minutes long. And of course, because we had to talk about a big State of Play, of course, we had to have Randy on.
yeah, it was
For
60
this,
minutes plus. A showcase that wasn't a showcase, Sony.
right?
You could have just called it that.
They
And I
don't want
still
to
would have
call
been
it
hyped.
that now. I
I
guess
know,
it's
I
just.
know. So
And
good.
Mark, of course, is here as well.
Yep.
So yeah. I'm doing this during my lunch break, so this is going to be basically an hour, and that's it. So if we don't get to your favorite game, I apologize in advance. We are going to try to cover most of the things, but can't promise that we'll cover everything in here. Also, some things, just like Beast of Reincarnations, we saw a ton of that like a couple weeks ago, so
Right.
we don't need to talk about that. But I guess we'll skip the housekeeping for this week. Big picture thoughts on this state of play. I've already seen a lot of this is the best state of play ever. All that. Where would you say that is, Randy?
Yeah, absolutely. As far as state of plays go, this is the best one they've ever done. Like, it's not quite up there with some of the showcases, and maybe that's why they wanted to avoid it. But we all went into this year going, all right, we know a couple games for the first part of the month. Everyone was kind of waiting to see what Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to do. So, like, the back half of the year was confusing. And then Sony came out and went, not only do we have a lot for the back half of the year, we have a lot today and tomorrow. Right? The amount of announcements for today and tomorrow was absolutely insane. It just flew through all the games really, really quick. So even the games that I went, not for me. They didn't spend a super amount of time on them. They just kept churning through games, and they had some pretty good, interesting surprises as well. So easy 9 out of 10 for me.
Mark, what'd you think?
That was pretty solid. The one criticism or the one game that was missing was, of course, Wolverine, which has me kind of scared for that game. Like the fact that they really haven't shown a ton of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Intergalactic is kind of the other one, but that's a lot more far off in my opinion. But like, I don't think Wolverine's hitting this year.
I don't think it has to do with that. I think they just didn't have anything new to show, and somebody had already asked Insomniac, and they said 2026 is when they were going to show more.
Yeah.
So also they've kind of got they've got that whole issue with Grand Theft Auto 6 looming, where it's like, is it going to drop in November or is it not? Everybody that's involved with that company right now is trying to promise that it is going to come out on November 19th, that they're not going to delay it again, but we don't know. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we know.
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, it looks like it might be ready, but we don't know. We're not there at Rockstar with this game. So, I honestly, I'm happy for them if they're not. They had plenty to show in this thing.
Oh, yeah. And real quick, Sean, before you give your thoughts, I think that's my biggest thing is they had so much to show here that I'm not even worried about what wasn't shown. Like, of course, I wanted Final Fantasy VII Part 3 to get the name reveal and all that. That can wait because we had a ton. I joked with you on Messenger and a friend of ours while I was watching it. It's like all of a sudden I went, it's been 6 years since Bugsnax. Bugsnax 2 would be great. But I mean, even if they are doing that or not, who knows? But they had so many games here that we can push that to whatever summer showcase they're going to do, and we have a lot to look forward to. But I do agree. I'd like to see more Wolverine soon, but I don't mind it not being in this show.
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, I think what really shown is the third-party support, and then having Konami essentially do their own section.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty cool. I mean, and we had some surprises in there with, we'll talk about them, but they had some actual legitimate surprises and then the games that we knew that they were making, which are not. It's like, okay, these games that Konami have out there, it's like, okay, whatever. We got Silent Hill 1 remake in the ether there. I kind of forgot about that Townfall game, honestly, and then the Darwin Paradox, and the other ones is like, oh wow, they're doing this. Oh wow, they're doing this. That's cool. Capcom got their little section. Like Sony really got to show off that they are still the place for third parties. And I mean, obviously, it's mainly de facto at this point, but still, and they had strong first party aside from Wolverine. They got to pretty much show everything else we knew was coming. So that's still pretty big for them to be able to do all that. But all right, let's kind of just go through what we can here. We'll go through like the Sony section first because they kind of have a big section at the beginning, and then it went off into other section. But they started off with a big surprise. Kena, however you say the name, Scars of Cosmora, coming sometime this year to both PS5 and PC. I guess it'll come to Xbox like 2 years later or whatever, like the first one did. Hey, I thought it was an expansion at first. And then they said, oh, no, this is basically like Kena 2, but they're just not calling it Kena 2. What do you think? Anything stand out to you of what they showed, Randy?
Yeah, it looks amazing. I really like the first game. I never finished it. I got stuck on a boss, and then I forget what game came out shortly after it, and I just never went back. So I need to go back to it, but it looks so much more open than the first game did. It looks beautiful. I'm very glad that they're giving this series another go, kind of like Horizon, where, the first game was great, and now let's continue to improve on it. And yeah, hopefully this one sells extremely well too. I'm shocked it's coming out this year. It kind of maybe goes with Mark's thing of Wolverine. Maybe kind of goes into its spot because it's not quite ready. But this is not exactly a PlayStation Studio game too. But very, very excited for this one, and hopefully I have time to go back and actually complete the first game because it's such a really cool experience, that first one. So very, very excited for another one.
Mark, where do you sit with
I'm really surprised they made a second one, honestly. Like I didn't think the first one did that well. But sure, why not? Looks colorful and good platforming action. I mean, I wouldn't compare it to like Wolverine as far as like slots go, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, for being a surprise, I think probably hardly anybody had this on their bingo card or whatever of things that were going to appear in this thing. So
not another Horizon game, let's say that.
Yeah, at least thank God. I'm very happy that they showed off the Horizon game last week and they didn't spend 20 minutes at this thing showing off that Horizon game.
Right.
They showed off stuff that, aside from giving Marathon a slot or whatever, which I guess, that game's coming out in a month, you kind of have to. They stuck to the things that they know people are gonna like. And another one, we knew this was coming, but Ghost of Yotei Legends got shown off here and kind of has this cool, like, sort of animated-ish style. It's gonna have the 4-player co-op, and I like the like big boss spirit characters in here too. I don't know what anything stand out to you. I know you played some of this, Mark, the first one for Tsushima.
Yeah, but I only played it for like 2 or 3 missions, and then me and Jens were like, this is enough. So I don't even think we're not going to get that far, and he didn't get Ghost of Yotei. So
all right, fair enough. It's probably not your thing, Randy, but
I don't do the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, but just figured we'd give it a nod here that it got shown off. We got Death Stranding 2 coming to PC in March 19th. For Loop got a little bit of got another trailer. I'm still not very sold on this game.
Another 4-person co-op game. What's not to love?
Yeah, I mean, look, it might come out and do well. I'm not trying to hate on it. I like Left 4 Dead. It's just I'm not getting the vibes of
I mean, that's
It's
the
not.
problem.
It's not giving me Helldivers vibe.
Everything keeps chasing Left 4 Dead, which came out, damn near 20 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know. You have any thoughts on Four Loop? The 2 times we've seen it now,
I actually sent the message to Wes. I go, it's not my kind of game, but I hope it does well. I like that weird cube boss thing that they showed, but I'm not going to play this game. But
yeah,
I just hope it performs.
I mean, if we could all play it, I bet we could probably get some fun out of it. If it's going to be on, I mean, I don't know. This might be a good candidate for maybe put this on PS Plus or whatever. Get more people to play it. Especially with their track record with the multiplayer stuff. But we'll see. Knowing them, they're going to want to charge I think they already did come out and say they're going to charge $40 for it. I'm not sure. I know Marathon they definitely are charging for that. But yes, moving on from there, they did go into different ones. I'm going to just kind of, because they went away from Sony stuff until the end. And they kind of came back with like push at the end with the Sony stuff with Marathon. Saros got another trailer and a bit more gameplay. Marvel Tolkon got to show off that there's going to be an entire Unbreakable X-Men, which features Wolverine, Magic, Danger, and Storm. And then we got God of War Trilogy remake, and it's not far along like a lot of people were thinking. It's just now in development. The rumors were making you believe that this thing would have, as soon as they announced it was going to come out today. It did not, but they had another game that came out today. Very much a surprise. A 2D side scroller from Mega Cat Studios. And Sony Santa Monica involved, obviously, because it has the God of War name, Sons of Sparta, which is essentially like, I guess, a prequel to the prequel of he's legitimately a son of Sparta with the Sparta shield and all that stuff, and Kratos is just kind of running around with his spear, and I'm sure he'll get other weapons. And you just see a bunch of attacks and other things. I don't. Definitely not what I was expecting when somebody says, "Oh, we got a passion project for God of War here." What do you think, Randy?
Oh, it's already downloaded on my PlayStation. I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah, it looks like a prequel. It looks like, when Kratos was a boy. I guess that's the best way you could put it. Right. I will say, artistically, it doesn't stand out to me as much. Like, it doesn't jump off the page.
No, like, definitely not.
Prince of Persia: Lost Crown did. Or the Castlevania game that we saw on the same showcase. I think those both look like better games. But obviously they kind of brought up the whole story as a big element of this. So I'm very curious like how much they're going to delve into that. Hopefully the gameplay is good. It was $30, I think, on PlayStation. So again, one of those 30 things that came out today or tomorrow that Sony announced in the showcase.
Mark, you have any plans to play this here?
Not really. I thought it looked a lot like that Aladdin game for the Super Nintendo. Like, it looked very, like, hazy detail. But, yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing if you're... I mean, Aladdin was actually a pretty decent game.
Well, only on the Super Nintendo, not the Genesis.
That's the Genesis one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So, I mean, and from what Sony... showed off, Randy, I mean, you're excited we're getting the trilogy remake, or?
Well, they didn't show off it. They didn't show the old person, but I'm very curious how far they're going to remake it and how much different it will be. Like, if it's just kind of upscaled and stuff and slightly improved where they can't say remaster because they've already kind of put these all in a collection.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a very Sony thing to do. Let's not beat around the bush, but hopefully they take it a long ways with it and really remake these games, and that'd be great. But if that's the case, 2030 probably is when we will start seeing these, but you never know. I very, very cool. And, they give us the 2D thing in the meantime, and at least they weren't, hidden about it. Like, hey, we're very early. You're not going to hear about it for a while, but we just wanted to let you know it has now started. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I love that they got the original Kratos voice actor.
He was pretty
That guy is going to be
as
at a
well.
gaming convention around me in like a few months.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty smooth with it.
Yeah,
I liked
he was
what
fun.
he was fun. But yeah, I think overall, like we said, I think Wolverine was the one miss, but from what Sony showed,
Yeah.
they gave you everything, and you kind of know what's coming, and some cool surprises too. So good with the Sony stuff there. The two Capcom things, we know what they are: Pragmata, Resident Evil Requiem.
The wrong
Pragmata
game got
was
a
there.
demo, but that's okay.
Yeah, Pragmata was there to get. Now PlayStation has the demo that the Switch got last week, and that PC has had for a while.
Like a month or so.
Where's Xbox?
I wouldn't be surprised Xbox just kind of gets shadow dropped at the same time here or whatever. And Resident Evil Requiem got a new trailer with some more stuff.
No more trailers. No more.
Yeah,
you showed
the
too
game's
much.
out this month. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, in a couple weeks actually.
The only reason when they showed Resident Evil Requiem, it was like, all right, here they're going to announce their demo, and it was like, but
I thought that's what it was going to be too.
Nothing. Like, all right, no more trailers.
Nothing.
Don't show any more of this game. I'm already ready to buy it, and they didn't give me a demo, which is fine because again, 20 things come out today and tomorrow.
Do you think there will be one, or they just
no?
You think they're just not going to
do
it?
This was the last chance to do it.
No, yeah.
I mean, you just showed it off at the Nintendo thing, and you showed it off here, and both of them are getting it off.
Xbox doesn't have another thing, so I mean,
it's 15 days away. So if you weren't doing it at either of these two showcases, you're not going to do it. And honestly, that's fine with me. Like we're close enough now. Just give me the game.
Yeah, I'm at that point too. Just give me the game. I don't need to. I'm actually good with them not doing a demo. Like I don't think we really need it for this. Like you kind of know what it
Pragmata is the bigger one. I played the demo on the PC and enjoyed it, and it kind of sold me a bit more on that game. So if you have not played the demo yet, you need to give it a shot and see if it speaks to you.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, that was pretty much Capcom for this showcase here, and then I'm not going in order, so I'm sorry if it's completely out of order. But the other kind of like big quadrant was Konami getting not only, like I said, Darwin Paradox that we knew about already, Silent Hill Townfall that we knew about, but we hadn't seen what it actually was. And then we got surprises with Castlevania Belmont's Curse, the first new Castlevania in how long, Mark? Like
15 years?
Yeah, crazy there. We got the volume 2 of Metal Gear Solid collection with the Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of Patriots there and Peace Walker. You surprised that that's all it was, Randy? Like you?
No, because you still need stuff for the third one. Like there's going to be a volume 3 where they'll put Revengeance and Acid and the weird ones. So this made sense because you're not going to put 5, I think, in any of these collections. So I think 4 will probably be the newest. 4 and Revengeance will be the newest as far as collections go. So you need a couple of those. Basically, volume 3 will be, and here's the rest of them. I think because you get Babel in this collection, which they didn't even say. It was like just popped up on a little graphic.
Yeah, it's like here's like essentially almost like a throw in. Here you get Babel too,
which is totally fine. But finally, MGS4 gets off the PS3, and people can play the best Metal Gear Solid game, the most most Kojima Metal Gear Solid game of them all. That game is nuts. You don't play it at all.
This doesn't have Acid 2 in it, though. Come on.
No, that's volume 3. Again,
that's the best Metal Gear Solid game.
Yeah. The Acid games will be in volume 3, so I'm fine with it.
Yep.
And then we had the ode to Metal Gear Solid, Darwin's Paradox, got a trailer. It's getting a demo tomorrow. Are you interested in this, Randy? Since you're a big,
I remember this coming out, and I think I fell for the exact same thing where I went, is this Octodad? I forgot.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah, Octodad.
And then once I got into it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this game. And then it was like, they even went, hey, a demo is coming out tomorrow. It's like, guys, I have Reanimal to play. Stop giving me other things to to distract it. It looks really cool. Like I hope it's good. It's one of those that I shouldn't say in front of Sean because he's my only competition in our video game fantasy critic thing. But this is one I might throw in a couple bucks to try to get. It looks really fun.
Yeah, I'm sure that the guys will probably now try to chase after the Castlevania game as well.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get a lot of money thrown at it. I think that looks
really
good.
What do you guys think of what they showed of the Silent Hill Townfall?
Man, my Silent Hill fans are eating. It looks awesome. Like again, Silent Hill F looked bad. Like I was so worried about it because it looked so different than any Silent Hill game. And that got Marc into it. Marc really enjoyed it for the most part, and I really liked that game.
The setting looked different, but it still looked like a Silent Hill game. Like this looks different because it's like first-person combat.
Yeah, I mean it's also Annapurna, so there's that like kind of feels like it's more narrative aspect to it as well.
Yeah, and again they had that I forget what they call theirs, transmissions. They had one for Silent Hill just after State of Play, and basically it was about the developers talking about the locations that they went to and how much detail they went into it. It looks gorgeous. So hopefully the gameplay nails it and the story is as good as we had in F, and we get that this year, and that means hopefully we get Silent Hill remake next year, and it's just going to get better and better.
Where is the film adaptation trailer?
Listen, we look at the good things. We don't talk about whatever that weird Twitch Silent Hill game was, and we don't talk about the
Return to Silent Hill.
Oh, I heard. I enjoyed the very first Silent Hill movie. I never watched the second one, and then I heard this new one came out and is like the worst one ever. So it kind of makes me sad that Jens and I still don't do our movie reviews because that could be us for 45 minutes just trashing on it. So.
Yeah, and then they also have a new JRPG that they're making, Rev Noir, with the NOIR in caps. Hey, this looks like a JRPG. They made
Sean's the end of the year when it comes out.
Right, exactly. Yeah. This and the Suikoden mobile game that they did not show off here. And
I was going to say much better to do this than a Suikoden 6. Good job.
I think they want to see how that mobile game does first before they.
It'll do bad.
Probably not with the people that like those things, and it's not gacha technically. It's just like a mobile game that has Suikoden in it. So, I guess we'll see.
Actually, it was during this section because our buddy Wes and I were chatting throughout this whole State of Play. They showed that new Castlevania game, and he went, "Oh, great! We get a new Castlevania before we get a new Suikoden." He goes, when are we getting the remakes or whatever? I'm like, 1 and 2 came out like last year. He goes, really?
Yeah, man.
Like again, like they would, and they're out, and they just disappeared. Like he's a big fan of those games, and it just slipped by his radar.
I mean, it also came out like the Lunar games came out like I think a couple weeks later.
Right? Yeah.
There was a lot of those,
and a lot of stuff came out in that February. Like it just came out at a bad time for it.
Then aside from this, we kind of had a big kind of smorgasbord of things. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered is a thing. Marc, you excited for more Legacy of Kain?
It's an okay game, but I mean, the games people care about with that was Soul Reaver 1, and that's about it.
And you get a demo for the unreleased Dark Prophecy game in here. That's a neat little thing to like throw in there. As far as
that's cool. Yeah, I mean, people were interested in that before it got canned.
Yeah,
right.
I hope they go, this is why we canned it, and then people go, oh, it's so bad. He's like, see, that's why.
They are bringing back Dead or Alive after 6 kind of like came out, and they tried to make it a live service thing, and I guess it still exists. But like I know no one that is playing it at all. So they are making it. What is this? The last round or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah, sounds right.
That they're bringing and they're remastering it for PS5. They're gonna have new characters and new content now again to try to get people to, buy it and come back and play it. And then they're gonna have a new Dead or Alive.
That trailer just said we are dead or alive, and we know what we are. Like,
Yes.
it's boob physics. So it's the graphics were basically here's
even when
Ryu and boobs. That was
right. Even when they were doing the
reveal.
photo mode, they had to show that the boobs moved. I was like, wow. All right, we have not changed.
They don't even hide it. They don't.
Where's Extreme Beach Volleyball 4?
You know,
we'll come out with the new game.
If you want those, whoever it is, the shout people that are censoring everything, if you want them to come back in full force, go ahead and release that. But it also is a time for it because we have so many of those. If Nintendo can have it's not Nintendo making, but if they can have those hentai games on the Switch console, I guess why not? They had Control Resident got a cool trailer here. They showed off some gameplay. Definitely outside. If you didn't know that already.
They missed the opportunity. This is Control Inception. That's
right.
What I got
exactly.
From that trailer. Looks amazing. It looks really, really good. That trailer sold me on that game a lot more than the reveal.
I agree.
Did. And it's exactly what you want. It's like, hey, we're making it. And now you see the concept, and then again this summer you get the date, and then we're off to the races. So this was a fantastic trailer for Control Resident.
Mark, this did the same thing for you. You got more excited?
Yeah,
for that?
looked really solid. I mean, I don't know if I'll get it at launch, but I'll probably get it eventually. So
yeah, definitely one of my games I'm most excited about. So yes, I'm ready for this to come out, get the full date and all that stuff. Then we got some others, just kind of running through here. We got Crimson Moon, which looks like that other game, Amaratus or whatever that Xbox showed off. Except this one has co-op, and another game that kind of looks like it's trying to ape off Darksiders. At least the aesthetic of it, like he definitely looks like War or whatever.
Right.
And yeah, with the hood and everything. You got a little bit more Beast of Reincarnation with a release date. So now it's coming out August 6th, 2026. Rayman 30th anniversary is getting the documentary multiple version treatment thing. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That's also coming out tomorrow.
But luckily, I don't like Rayman, so that
I do love Rayman, but
I like Legends and Origins. The original PlayStation game
it's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty hard to go back to.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. They got all the versions of Rayman in here of that game, so that's neat for them to do. You got Mina the Hollower getting another demo. I don't know if it's gonna be the same demo. I'm guessing it's different. That's going to be tomorrow as well. Exclusive to PS5. Yeah,
and you're supposed to come out on Halloween, and then they delayed it, and now the new release date is spring. Come on, give us a date. Unless it's going to be, then we have another showcase or state of play or Xbox thing or Nintendo thing, and then
Nintendo shadow drop hasn't had their indie world yet. So
you shadow drop it sometime during the spring, and that's why you're not saying the date. Then I'm fine with it, but man. I haven't played the demo yet. I'm excited to play that.
Remember the first time they showed it off, the demo was exclusive to like PC and the Switch. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe when Nintendo does their indie world, which they haven't done yet, and they haven't done their full direct yet either, that's where they will reveal the release date maybe. But
I'm down for it.
I really hope that they kind of have this buckled down and, ready to go now, and not we're gonna like delay it again. I know it's Jason Schreier had that report that like this is a big deal for them and all that stuff, but hey, let's get this out, and I want to play it already.
Right. Yes.
We got a surprise and Neva prologue, which is going to tell the story of how Alba and the Wolf Cub met each other, and that comes out next week. Don't know if it's going to come to Game Pass because the first one did, but we'll see. I actually canceled Game Pass, so I got to figure out if I'm going to read if something comes out that's going to make me actually like resubscribe. But then we got some interesting things from the Yakov Shinobi Ops and Project Windless. And then we got another trailer for Star Wars Galactic
Project
Racer.
Windless looks so good. Don't just skip
Yes.
past the giant
I'm
chicken
not.
fighter.
I'm trying to get make sure I mention names
I
here,
know,
and then
I
you
know,
guys
I
can
know.
go back and talk. Yeah. Who wanted to play with a overgrown chicken? You know, I mean,
That's just secretly Hotline Miami 3.
I'm in.
yeah,
Sign me up.
I'm totally down with that. Let's
Hey,
do that.
that trailer, I'm like, this is whatever. This is not my thing. And then the giant
Yeah.
chicken came down, and it went, "It's Dynasty Warriors, and you're a giant chicken."
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole
Give me your
thing. I
money.
thought was Musu. It's a Musu with a giant chicken. I'm good. Like, let's do this. I love that
Gaming.
Sony just has weird things.
I love it.
In their coffers there with this. I'm very excited about Star Wars Galactic Racer.
That game
Glad
is
to see.
way better than it should be.
Yes, way better than it should be. And we got another trailer for. At this point, I'm kind of like, I would be good with just not seeing another 007 trailer.
Yeah, it is the new Deathloop.
Yeah, we've gotten to the point where they've showed that thing I don't know how many times, and it's also weird that I don't know if I would have put a 007 and a John Wick game in the same showcase, but we did. And it's Keanu Reeves doing it, so yeah.
Well, yeah, who are they going to get? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's cool that they got him to do it.
Was Troy Baker and Nolan North doing? They could have done it. We haven't seen.
I
forget who I was watching. I went back and was bouncing around different people's reactions, and maybe it was Maximilian Dude that was basically because we all knew it was Keanu Reeves and we all knew it was John Wick about halfway through the trailer, if not earlier. And they kept hiding his face, and he goes, "It would be so great if they finally revealed his face and it was somebody completely different."
Right? Yeah.
It'll be Alex Winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we actually get, other than forgetting Brigadine Abyss, which that's probably the most like low key, I think they didn't care about in this entire thing. But yeah, I mean, that's a heck of a lot of stuff there.
Yeah. It's a good showcase. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of things coming out this month, whether it's demos or just full game releases. Yeah. Fantastic state of play. Especially after that Nintendo Direct thing.
Yeah, I mean, those partner showcases are not.
No,
those are always kind of the lowest tier for the most part.
Yeah, they're always hey, these games came out 3 years ago, but now you can finally play them on the Switch.
Right. We'll see what they do when they finally get the full-on first-party direct. Even though they already showed another trailer for the Mario Galaxy movie, so we'll see. There is some things to kind of tie in here that's Sony related. I don't know how much you've been paying attention to the casting news for the God of War TV show, Randy. They cast. Have you watched Sons of Anarchy before?
Just the trailers and stuff. I used to watch Walking Dead, and they would always have the hey, son of.
Well, he was in Walking Dead as well. And he played Opie in Sons of Anarchy. He's going to be Kratos, and then they have now cast Atreus as well. They did that this week. It is Caleb Vincent. He's going to play Atreus, according to Variety, and he's been in some Poker Face, which I watched, and then also Dead Ringers and Long Bright River. Not sure if anybody's familiar with those. They've been casting some other, some kind of other parts every week. It feels like they've been announcing who's going to play who and whatnot. So at least they're coming along with this. So that's good. Helldivers also has a movie, and it has a release date, November 10, 2027. And it's going to have Jason Momoa in it. So I guess that's a win right there, because every time he's in a movie, it does pretty well. Are y'all ready to watch this Helldivers movie? Not.
It's gonna be real hard to see him as the clean cut face of the soldier,
Yeah, Justin Lin, who did Fast and the Furious, is going to be the director.
Right.
So
and at least we'll get Han in it.
Yeah, probably. And then also in some, I guess, sort of Xbox related TV news. Interesting. I like. It's good that we have you on here for this too, Randy. I don't know how much you've been watching. Have you been watching this season of Fallout
Yeah,
TV
absolutely.
show? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there is a fan theory going around that the Fallout TV show will eventually lead into, or will basically be the story for Fallout 5.
I think Todd Howard said that.
Yeah,
Much.
Todd Howard basically said that essentially when we get Fallout 5, the storylines from the TV show will have happened or are happening. And Walton Goggins also kind of sort of said the same thing. Does that make you excited that this show kind of has a different purpose? Also, that like you're gonna be.
It just shows that it's part of the world, and again, the story in the Fallout TV series has been pretty fun. And the way I look at it, as far as Fallout 5 goes, we're gonna have 5 seasons of this show before that game ever comes out, if not more.
The show will be done.
Yeah, the show might be close to done by the time.
Yeah, because I would not expect a Fallout 5 until we ever get Elder Scrolls, which is like 18 years away. It seems,
right? Yeah, like who knows where that is in development right now.
I remember when we made the jokes years and years ago, what comes out first, Final Fantasy VII Remake or Beyond Good and Evil 2? And now it's Beyond Good and Evil 2 or Elder Scrolls. Which one comes out first, if ever? Fallout will come out after Elder Scrolls. So this is like, I'm not. Yes, it's very, very cool that they're tying the TV show into the gaming history and everything lore based is all put together, but Fallout 5 is so far away.
Right. Definitely far away. He kind of just said that it's above his pay grade to know whether it's gonna have to do anything with Fallout 5 or not. Which, good answer, Walter Goggins. Don't try to speculate on things that it's better just don't say anything. But I mean, that's kind of it for the movie news here. We kind of knew it was coming. I didn't think it was going to come this fast. And I'm sorry, Randy, we have to mention this because you're on. Wildlight, the folks that make the High Guard, have apparently had mass layoffs already. And the game just came out 2 weeks ago. Jeff Keighley, are you going to pay these people for their severance? Because it's kind of your fault.
Honestly, I love this narrative, and yes, it should not have gone on last at the Game Awards. We can all
apparently
agree.
It wasn't going to be on there at all.
Yes, and Jeff pushed for it, but if we didn't see it at all at the Game Awards, this game would have showed up in January, and it never would have got the peak of players that it did, and it would have just died quickly. And that's what these games do. It's like you throw it out there, you hope it hits. If not, then you have to decide if you want to concord it or try to keep it along as long as you can, and then hopefully get a surge of players, because we've seen a lot of those games where like it's out for a year, then all of a sudden one streamer hits it at the perfect time and it gets popular again, and then it catches fire. So maybe that's what they're going to try to do. It sucks that they laid off a lot of players, but this is not Jeff Keighley's fault.
Laid off a bunch of people, not players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have a big roadmap for it. Don't know how much of that roadmap they're going to be able to actually do, but they did have to, reduce talent here.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to keep a core group of developers to continue innovating and supporting the game. Again, we'll see how long that lasts, but it's rather unfortunate that this game just came out and we're already getting layoffs. It kind of sucks. Kind of gives me the Mind's Eye vibes from
last year. They're not crying sabotage and
oh god, yeah,
other bizarre shit.
He's what was it that I saw this week that he said like $1 billion or something have been spent on trying to sabotage that game? It's like, come on, man, you sabotage it yourself. Stop trying to blame it on other people. I guess this one's from Marc. How do you feel about the developers have said here for Yakuza Kiwami 3, that's it. There's going to be no more Kiwami.
That's probably good because
games.
Kiwami 3 looks like it sucks ass.
Well, not just that. I'm just saying, like, you don't think 4 and 5 need to be remade in this way, or are they good?
Again, well, I mean, 4 and 5, I haven't played them. I couldn't tell you anything, but like
Okay.
considering the backlash against 3, they're probably like, all right, we're done. Like, and like the weird decisions they made with Kiwami 3, like cutting all the sub stories and then hiring that like pedophile guy or that creepy guy. It's like, what?
That's weird that they cut all the sub stories. I mean, that the DLC for Dark Ties looks cool, but
and I watched like the ending of that Dark Ties thing. It was like hysterical. So I mean, I think like they're kind of like lost the plot line of that well, the studio lost the plot line of the franchise a little.
And he also mentions that they're going to start a whole new line of Like a Dragon, not the numbered, but just like another spinoff sort of line. Do you think he means Stranger Than Heaven, or do you think he means like a totally different?
They're gonna go back to Judgment, focus on that PI guy
again. We'll
I
see.
I give them credit for like reusing assets and being economical, but we don't need a third or a fourth spin-off franchise, like
no. I mean, look, they love to have one of these come out like every year, and I get that, but I think you do run the risks of it kind of becoming overblown and overexposed.
and they can't innovate as much, and they reuse more and more assets, and like it's kind of a problem. Like I like that pirate game, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
even that too. Reused a bunch of assets from like the like a Dragon and stuff like that. So
right. And then also just really quick, Directive 8020, the first of the Dark Pictures anthology series is going to start like a whole new line. Of course, the Directive 8020 is like the sci-fi survival horror version of it. They've shown this off a bunch of different Keeley events, and now it has a May 12th release date. So we'll see if it actually comes out. And Randy, it's not official, but the date makes sense. A lot of speculation about June 3rd will be when we get Rebirth on Xbox and Nintendo Switch 2, which leaves it for the next week with Summer Game Fest to get Part 3 trailer.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where we're all kind of leaning now. Like, it would have been cool. Like, my hope was that we got just the quick teaser like we got for Part 2 that kind of went, all right, here's the name of it, and here's Cloud walking with Sephiroth from, the flashback scene or whatever. So you just get that small snippet and the name today was my hope, not a full trailer or nothing. And then Summer Games Fest, you get the full trailer. And now it kind of feels like, nope, it's all going to happen at Summer Games Fest, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah, I hope they have like a huge, like they did last time with that's the end of the Summer Game Fest, and you get the big like 2-3 minute trailer, and carry us into whenever they're going to show something again, whether it's Tokyo Game Show or
as long as that game comes out next year, which is my hope. But
yeah, as long as it comes around that same time frame of like February, March, whatever next year, I'll be happy for sure. I mean, they keep saying about how they're on this like speedy timeline with it and all that stuff. So
all the trailer is going to be as a snowboarding mini game.
I'm down.
Hey, they confirmed it, so maybe it could be the. Where do you think that they start with that? Like, you think
that's how you start the game? I get it. If you ever played the original, like the spoilers for the original FF, and spoilers for the original FF7, Aerith dies, and then you just go snowboarding, and it's just that's how you
it goes from snowboarding to Queen's Gambit, and then you hit credits.
Yeah, that'll be your game. That'll be great.
That's go Queen's Gambit. That's exactly what we need. But all right, let's go ahead and end the episode as we usually do with the games that are coming out this week. And of course, they just added some
Yeah, I
more.
was gonna say, did you add everything that just got announced?
I will try here.
Goodness gracious.
So I think when did we do the show last week? It was the 6th, and that covered it all the way to like that Monday. Mugenics came out earlier this week. That's getting a lot of buzz as far as
a good score on Fantasy Critic.
Crystal Theater of Idols. It's a Latin American developer. It's a survival horror game. Looks really cool. That came out already. Relooted, which is the game where you kind of get to make your own theft. And that's on Game Pass. It's pretty cool. It's from like the African devs. The Prisoning Fletcher's Quest, which is the first like Acclaim major title that's out already on the Switch and PC. The Braid Anniversary Edition already came out. That Lost and Found like hidden objects highlights kind of game is also out on PC. And Romeo is a Dead Man, which I still need to. I've done one review. I need to do the other two so I can finally start playing Romeo is a Dead Man. Thank God I don't have to review it. Star Sand Island, which kind of funny has been having as a sponsor, also came out already. Tokyo Scramble, which is shown off at the Nintendo Direct, came out this week as well. Entropy, Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X, which is on Game Pass, also came out today. Chromagun 2 Die Hard came out today. God of War Sons of Sparta came out today. If you didn't hear us talk about it earlier. Mario Tennis Fever came out today. It's reviewing pretty well. Decently. Roadside Research came out today, and that's on Game Pass. That's the Supermarket Simulator, but with the aliens that they showed off at the that showcase thing. Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties also came out today. Mark mentioned that it's not necessarily reviewing well. High on Life 2 comes out tomorrow. That's on Game Pass. And also out there on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC if you want to check it out. Reanimal comes out tomorrow. Randy's excited.
Very excited.
It's reviewing well. Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition, we already talked about, comes out tomorrow. Cool Borders, it's going to be out there on PS5 if you want to go buy it. Room Factory Guardians of Azuma comes out tomorrow on Xbox and PS5 after it was on Switch 2 for a whole year, it seemed like, or most of the whole year. That's a lot of stuff already. Yeah, that's it, because everything else is like after Monday essentially. Oh, and that Ninja Gaiden 2, was it not the arcade archives, whatever they call that, console archives that they showed off during the direct. That also comes out on the 14th. So lots of stuff coming out this week. I know Randy's already. Do you already have it pre-ordered, the Reanimal?
No, I don't pre-order stuff. So I'll download it tomorrow. You missed the biggest game, or the second biggest game coming out tomorrow, though.
What is it?
Jaws Retro Edition, the old
Oh
NES
my gosh!
Game. Why they have put that out on PlayStation, I don't understand.
I completely forgot about that. My goodness.
I forgot it was coming out already, so I saw that on the list.
But all right. Anything else you guys want to bring up or discuss before we get out of here?
Neo 3 is pretty all right.
Neo 3 is pretty all right. Okay, we will talk about that next week.
Yeah.
The games we've been playing. Randy will just have to give me whatever he thinks about Reanimal, so we can talk about it here.
Reanimal and God of War game. I'll try to get a little bit of. I'm super busy next week, so I got like 2 days that I can get some gaming in, because next week I'm not getting any in. So hopefully I can get a little bit in.
But all right, thank you, Randy, for being on.
Yeah, of course.
And Mark as well, of course. And we'll see you guys. We will be back on Monday, recording for the next episode. Until then, see you later, everybody.
Later.